Smoky, juicy, perfectly cooked, this Thanksgiving recipe is an easy way to smoke turkey on your pellet grill and score extra points for presentation. I'm going to show you how to do it. Let's get smoking. Starting with a 17-pound turkey the day before Thanksgiving, I'm laying down some kosher salt on the breast and thighs, and then I'm getting some salt in the inside of the turkey as well. And that's it. No messy wet brines or spice mixtures or butter or oil or anything like that. The salt is going to dry brine the turkey overnight while it sits uncovered in the fridge, and it's going to add all the flavor we need. The next morning, I'm taking the turkey out of the fridge and placing it on my pellet grill. I'm leaving it unstuffed and with its legs wide open so the heat can reach the inside of the cavity. This is very important. It's not a good idea for food safety reasons to stuff your turkey or to twine or tie the legs together. I'm using my Pits and Spits Maverick 1250 and it's set to 190 degrees Fahrenheit, super low. That low temperature is going to allow the pellets to smolder and smoke more, so we get more of that smoky flavor on the turkey at the early stage of the cook. It's also going to help the turkey come up to temperature and finish brining. That's right, brining accelerates very quickly as the turkey comes up in temperature, so this low and slow start is actually helping us get a tastier and juicier bird because science. After 2 hours, this bird is actually looking really nice. The color is taking on a nice smoky brown tinge, so now it's time to crank up the heat and crisp up that skin. I'm bringing the temperature up to 375 degrees, and I'm letting the turkey cook for an additional 2 hours, so that's 4 hours total so far. And after 4 hours, my meter probe is reading 150 degrees Fahrenheit in the thickest part of the breast, and wow, what a difference that high heat makes. The bird is now a deep brown, and it has an awesome smoky grilled smell that's just going to fill up the entire house like it's a turkey-scented candle. It smells amazing. I'm now confirming temperatures all over the turkey. The thighs and legs are anywhere from 165 to 190, which is perfect because they benefit from those higher internal temperatures, and the breast is anywhere from 135 to 165, but in the thickest part of the breast, it's reading 150. Don't worry if those temperatures are closer to 135 in the very innermost part of the turkey near the cavity. Chances are you're just poking the probe through to the inside of the cavity, which is much cooler, and the meat is actually at a higher temperature. And even if it's not, it's going to carry over cook to 145 during the rest. Wait a second, why am I talking about finishing temperatures like 145 and 150? Aren't you supposed to take your poultry up to 165 to avoid food safety issues? Well, not necessarily, and I brought an expert onto the show to tell us why. Welcome to the show, Dr. Reggie. But before you say anything, Dr. Reggie, I just want to take a quick minute to thank the sponsor for this video, Established Titles. If you're looking for a gift for someone with a Scottish ancestor or anyone who loves Scottish culture, you can make them a Scottish lord or lady and get them a neat certificate that shows it. It's based on Scottish custom where if you own land, you are considered a lord or a lady. So if you buy as little as 1 square foot of land from Established Titles, you or your friend or family member can be a lord or lady and do some really funny stuff with it, like putting your title on your plane ticket, your credit card, or even your dating profile. A title pack gives you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a unique plot number showing the exact location of your land. They even plant a tree with every order and work with global charities One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future to support global reforestation efforts. I gave one to both my dad and my brother, who are really proud of our Scottish heritage, and they absolutely loved it. It makes an amazing last-minute gift for one or more people, and you can even get a couples pack with plots right next to each other. And speaking of that, Established Titles told me that the first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will effectively be right next to my plot or within a few minutes of walking. So depending on how many of you want to become a lord or lady, we can build our own little Smoke Trails barbecue kingdom. And now is the perfect time to buy a title pack because Established Titles is actually running a massive early Black Friday sale right now. Plus, if you use the code STBBQ, you can get an additional 10% off. So go to establishedtitles.com/STBBQ to get your gifts now and help support the channel. Okay, let's hear what Dr. Reggie has to say about food safety and temperature.
Well, thanks for having me, Steve, and you couldn't be more astute about not having to take your turkey to 165 degrees internal. The FDA recommends cooking poultry to 165 because it achieves a 7-log or 99% reduction of bacteria instantly at that temperature. But killing bacteria is a function of time as well as temperature. For example, you can achieve the same 7-log reduction of bacteria if the turkey reaches 145 degrees and stays at that temperature or higher for just 10 minutes. This is easily achieved by resting the turkey for 20 to 30 minutes after cooking. Knowing these principles will help you get a juicier turkey every time.
Wow, that's so interesting. Thanks, Dr. Reggie. I'm taking Dr. Reggie's advice and resting the turkey on the counter for 20 to 30 minutes while I make a beauty shot for this video. Don't skip this step, the resting that is. You can skip the beauty shot part unless you're a YouTuber. But once again, the rest is going to finish cooking any holdout areas with carryover cooking and even out the temperatures so the turkey stays nice and juicy. Now, let's slice into this bird. Well, it certainly smells good, so we're gonna cut into this now, and what a lot of people do is they just start slicing off the breast here, but I like to do something a little bit differently. I just remove a whole portion of the breast first, and then I carve it up because it just makes nicer slices. So I'm using a simple boning knife crafted by BBQ Jesus himself. I got this from Franklin Barbecue a month ago. And this is just super sharp, and you want a really sharp knife to be able to cut into the breast here and remove it from the carcass. So I'm just making a cut on one side of the breastbone, and then I'm kind of peeking in, and I'm just slowly separating that breast. And there we have it. You can see that I have a full side of a breast removed. Looks beautiful. So I'm gonna carve into that now. I'm just going to make little slices. I've got a really long slicing knife here, which really makes the job a lot easier. And there we have a beautifully sliced turkey breast that looks amazing. I'm just gonna take a slice out of here and I'll show you guys how juicy this is. Look at how juicy that is. If I squeeze it a little bit, you can see a lot of moisture is coming out of it. And that means that we did the job well. This turkey is gonna be super juicy and moist. And now I'm going to carve off the drums. I'll just force this up and then cut that until I find the joint. You can kind of twist it around a little bit. And you can see I found the joint here. You can just give it a little bit of help cutting away at that connective tissue. And that's one drum removed. And now we're gonna take off the thighs. And to do that, what I like to do is just go to the very back of the turkey, and I'll make a cut right here. There's a little bone right here at the back, and you can kind of just pop that off. And then the entire thigh will come off. I lost a bit of skin there, but there's one thigh. So I'm gonna flip this thigh over, and I'm going to cut out this bone. And I'll just reconnect that and then flip it over. Because I like to have a little bit of skin and a little bit of meat on each slice. And now we're just slicing the thigh like we did with the breast. And there we have a beautifully sliced turkey thigh. All right, let's try out this breast meat because this is my favorite personally. Super juicy, you can taste the salt from the dry brining. There's a hint of smoke, and the skin is super crispy, which is just how I like it. That's amazing. Now the dark meat, let's see how this tastes. Salty, buttery, fatty, it is delicious. Reggie, do you want some turkey? You want some turkey, Reg? Here you go. That's yummy turkey. Oh yeah, that's good. Happy Thanksgiving, buddy. Reggie likes it too. If you enjoyed nerding out on this turkey video, then consider joining my Patreon in the description section below. We've got an awesome little community there of barbecue enthusiasts who are all dedicated to getting better at barbecue, and they're all kind of barbecue nerds like myself. So it's a cool community. We have a private Discord chat channel so you can access me directly and ask me any questions you want, as well as the broader community. I really hope to see you there, and I'll definitely see you in the next video. Happy smoking.